Hey guys, so I had to do another one because that was gonna cut me off like real quick. YouTube only allows you to do 10-minute vids. So if you don't fit it in 10 minutes, you're kind of screwed. SOL. So, yeah. Anyways, and so then, last night I almost forgot my phone. So I was like, oh my gosh, So like, I got to the door and we were about to walk out and I was like, wait, my phone. And so I like ran in, grabbed my phone. Then I was talking to Aaron today. I'm like, hey, I almost forgot my phone last night. I said that would suck so bad. Like, oh my gosh, that's just not cool. And I said, thank God I remembered it. And he's like, yeah, and I had it like right on the table by my computer where I always have it. I'm like, yeah, okay. And so then Neil came, knocked on the door. I said, hang on one sec. Grabbed my post. And I was going to put it in my post, but I was like, oh, somebody might text me or something, so I shouldn't. Grabbed my post, went out the door, went to McDonald's, got in the car, was like, oh man, I didn't do my check-ins. So then we got to the concert, and we were a little bit late. And so the guy was like playing when we were finding our seats. And so, and he did introduce himself this time at the end. He said his name, Teresa. It's so funny. It's like, we were like trying to figure it out last night, and he like did say his name. We were going, okay, is it? Okay, this is weird. But he did say his name this time. But anyway, so we got to our seats, and we were listening to him play, and then he stopped. So I was like, oh, I can do my check-in real quick, because it's not so loud. I mean, it's loud, but I could hear my phone because it wasn't like concert music loud. And I opened my post to go get my phone to do the check-ins, and there was like no phone. I'm like, oh man. And he was like, what? I'm like, I forgot my phone. And he's like, you forgot your phone? And I'm like, yeah. And so he's like, oh, I should have reminded you. And I said, well, I didn't even think of it, it kind of happened. Like all of a sudden I was like, oh my gosh, like I just forgot my phone. What the heck? What was that about, iTunes? Buffering my song? I'm not cool with that. Anyways, I don't know what that was about. Like, iTunes just messed up my song. That's not cool. So then I was like, gosh, man, like, I can't believe I forgot my phone. Like, that totally sucks. But anyways, I wound up getting 2 Swifty shows, which is cool. Except now, like, I have an insane amount of 5 Swifty shows, which I've never had that many shirts of one artist. It kind of makes me feel nervous and weird and cool all at the same time. But I like getting new shirts, and people are always telling me how I need new clothes, and all my shirts are faded, so maybe that will make them happy. I don't know. But, it was crazy because there were so many different shirts. I think she had, like, at least 3 or 4, probably at least. I think there might have been 1 or 2 more, but like, it was crazy because there was, like, so many of them that it was just like, wow, totally insane. Like, that was a lot of shirts. So, yeah. And then, last night we went to Melio's. It was pretty good. Except they left my Reese's cookie in my sister's car. Say, man. Last night I left my cookie. Tonight I left my phone. And I was mad because they're always out of Reese's cookies every time I go there. And my sister happened to find, like, the last one, and then I forgot it. So I was like, oh, darn. And I didn't even realize it until, like, 20 minutes before I was leaving tonight for the second concert. All of a sudden I was like, oh my gosh, I left my cookie. Like, Aaron was, like, over here, and I was telling him I bought these cookies at the store, and they were, like, Reese's cookies, but they were gross. They were, like, Reese's Pieces ones. But they were, like, nasty. And I was like, oh man, these cookies are gross. And then I went to go get Aaron some because he wanted them. And then I realized I'd left my Reese's cookie, and I was so mad. I'm like, I left my cookie. I couldn't believe it. Like, oh, I was like, oh man, I just couldn't believe it. But, yeah, so, that was kind of interesting. I need to see how long I've been recording for.
Photo and video. Camera chooser. Viewfinder. Image. Camera. Photo and video. Stop recording video. Mode. Video. Capital M. Stop record. Photo and video viewer. Camera chooser. Front. Viewfinder. Elapsed time. 4 minutes. 54
Thank you.
seconds.
Sometimes it doesn't tell me, like,
7 seconds.
how long of a time I am, and I have
5
to keep
minutes, 2 seconds.
skimming over it. Oh, now it's gonna...
Zoom, 0%, adjustable.
No.
Photo and video
There.
viewer.
Gosh, okay. It keeps, like, wanting to tell me, like, how much time now, because I clicked on the time thing. And then, like, I don't know, I haven't screamed that much in, like, forever. Like, last night I think I yelled louder and more than tonight, but, like, my throat hurt really bad. Not, like, really bad, but, like, I was all, like, raspy, and I still kind of am a little bit, but, like, I was real, like, raspy, and, tonight, too, because I was, like, screaming and singing, and it's really cool to listen to, like, everyone around you singing the same thing you are. It sounds really weird, but, like, she had us sing You Belong With Me, like, as loud as we possibly could, like, in her words, like, ridiculously, obnoxiously loud, so that's kind of fun, and, like, everyone was, like, yelling the words, and so it was really cool to, like, I don't know, like, I think it's cool when you're at a concert and you get a, like, when they do crowd stuff, and then, at the end of You Belong With Me, like, she wanted us to finish her sentences, so she started singing the chorus, and then she stopped singing, and everyone else kept singing, and I love doing that, because that's, like, the coolest thing ever, when, like, you're at a concert, and there's just, like, this whole crowd of people singing something. It's, like, really cool, and, like, totally amazing, and I, like, loved that, so that was really, really cool, and I liked that a lot, so, yeah, that was really cool, but, so anyways, I guess I'm just starting to ramble, and I don't know what I'm wanting to say, but, that's the most fun I've had in, like, a long time, because there was no Swifty concert last year, and I haven't really gotten to do much exciting lately, and, I'm still looking for a job, yeah, pray, I need a job, yeah, so that's the only thing that's really depressing right now, is that I need a job, but other than that, I'm really happy, because I had an awesome weekend, so, anyways, I hope everyone's doing well, and I'll talk to you guys later, and, yeah, I guess that's it, so, okay, bye, guys.
Stop recording video, button.